Good afternoon, everyone. Hope I'm audible and screen is visible.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. All right. This is our third session on aptitude and the last session on quant. So we shall be covering these topics. HCF LCM, basically just like divisibility rule. It features under number system. Linear equation is a part of algebra. Computation of fractions can be kept under number system or it's a standalone topic. And data interpretation is generally a separate section. So either it will be a separate section or it will be a part of quant. So the advantage is huge because in the entire section you are finding just DI, right? So let's start with HCF LCM. So see, generally, as far as this topic goes, HCF LCM, people understand ki the question will be around how to find HCF LCM of a certain number, but that is not the case. They very rarely ask you how to find HCF of 4-5 numbers or LCM of 4-5 numbers. They will not ask you directly. They will give you word problems where you have to figure out whether this is a HCF question or a LCM question or a mix of both, right? So first we need to understand what these terms means, right? So HCF full form to I think all of you must be knowing, highest common factor. Everyone please write the definition as well because most of the question will be based around the definition so that you can figure out what it is. So write down HCF. HCF is the largest number. HCF is the largest number which divides the given numbers. HCF is the largest number which divides the given numbers. Right. So let's take a simple example. Let's say I have two numbers, 6 and 8. So we will see that later on how to find HCF LCM of numbers. First, we will understand the meaning. So let's say I have to find HCF of these two numbers. So let's go by definition. The largest number which divides both of these. So 1 divides every number, right? So 1 divides 6 as well, 1 divides 8 as well. So till now, the largest number is 1. If I take 2, 2 divides 3 as 6 as well, 2 3s are 6, and 2 divides 8 as well. So now largest number is 2, right? If I talk about 3, 3 divides 6, but 3 does not divide 8. If I talk about 4, 4 divides 8, it does not divide 6. 5 doesn't divide either of them. 6 divides 1. So the crux is largest number which divides both of these is 2. So 2 becomes the HCF in this case. So largest number which divides all the given numbers, that becomes your HCF, right? If I talk about LCM, it stands for least common multiple. Just write down its definition as well. So LCM is the smallest number. LCM is the smallest number divisible by the given numbers. LCM is the smallest number divisible by the given numbers. Let's take the same set of numbers, that is 6 and 8. So smallest number which is divisible by both. So if I talk about the table of 6, it is 6 ones are 6, then 12, then 18, then 24, then 30, and so on. If I talk about 8, 8 ones are 8, 2s are 16, 8 threes are 24, 32, 40, and so on. So smallest number which is divisible by both, I can see that is 24. So 24 becomes my LCM, right? So basically, largest number which divide these is HCF, smallest number which is divisible by these is LCM. So whenever there is a question in which you require multiple, for example, if I talk about there are three traffic lights which are changing its signals every 2, 3, 4 seconds. So when will they change together? So something like this. So first traffic light is changing its signal after every 2 seconds. So it will change 2, then 4, then 6. Second traffic light every 3 seconds. So 3, 6, 9. Third traffic light every 4 seconds. So 4, 8, 12. So I can see I'm considering the multiples. So such question becomes a case of LCM. That is how you will figure out. Abhi we will do certain number of questions as well. You will be able to understand in a better way. HCF में questions will be like कि suppose you have to find the largest scale which can measure all the given weights. Suppose I have a certain weights, let's say one is of 4 kg, one is of 8 kg, one is of 16 kg. Largest dimension of the scale which can measure all of them. So that becomes the HCF. 4 kg can measure 4, 4 kg can measure 8, and 4 kg can measure 16. Measure or weigh, you can say. Something like that. Right. So explicitly, it won't be mentioned in the question that it's an HCF or LCM question. So you have to figure it out. One more thing, if you observe here is, if you multiply these two numbers, 6 and 8, you get 48. And if you multiply the HCF and LCM of these numbers, you still get 48. Now, this is not a coincidence. This is a logic. So you can write it that LCM into HCF is product of given numbers, right? So many questions are based around this only. It's very simple. They will give you either LCM, HCF, and one of the numbers you have to find the other number, right? So as I can see, 6 and 8, it is 48, and 2 and 24, that is also 48. So this will always hold true. Right, I hope everything is clear till this point. We'll be taking a certain other numbers as well. Clear. Now, if I talk about ki how to find HCF LCM, basically, if I have to find, I won't be like, this is also one way that 6 key table, 8 key table, we are finding the common multiple. But again, if there are multiple numbers, then there is no point. Now I write the table of each of them. So how to find? We will be employing the same method which we did in school. So there were multiple methods in school. We will be employing the common divisor. So I'll be telling you one method. By the same method, you can find HCF, and by the same method, you can find LCM. So you don't have to go for multiple things. So let's take the same number first. Suppose I have to find the HCF of these numbers and LCM as well. So what I'll do, I'll first figure out any common multiple of these, any common factor of these. So any common factor of this is 2. So 2 threes are 6, 2 fours are 8. Now, any common factor of 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 does not have any common factor. That means my HCF process is completed. So my HCF is 2. Right. Let's take one more example. Suppose I have to find the HCF of these three numbers. First, find the common multiple of all of them. So common multiple of all of them is 2. Now, common factor of all these three, 8, 12, 16. Again, I can see 2. 2 4s are 8, 2 6s are 12, 2 8s are 16. Common factor of all three. Again, I can see 2. 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8. Common factor of these three, there is no common factor. That means my job is done. My HCF will be 2 into 2 into 2, that is 8. So HCF mein what you have to do, you have to keep on dividing all of them by a common factor till they have common factors. Right? Suppose I am talking about 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 does not have any common factor. So HCF will be 1 because 1 divides every number. I hope it is clear. So HCF ka, this is the way best method. It won't take time and it's very clear. Now suppose I have to find LCM. So देखो, if you have to find LCM, whatever you did in HCF, that तो you have to do. Like if I have to find the LCM of 6 and 8, यहाँ तक तो I will go. There are few more steps. I won't stop here. I'll keep on dividing till I have no numbers left or only ones. What do I mean? So 3 and 4 are not divisible by a common factor, but individually they are divisible by 3 and 4, right? So what I'll do, 3 right here, 3 ones are 3, 4 is not divisible by 3, so write 4 as it is. Now 4, 1 as it is, 4 ones are 4. My numbers are finished, only 1 are left. That means this is your LCM. 4 3s are 12, 2s are 24. Suppose if I talk about this, again the same thing. 2 ones are 2, 3 as it is, 2 2s are 4. Again, 1 as it is, 3 as it is, 2 ones are 2. 1 as it is, 1 as it is, 1 as it is. I got all 1. So 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, 2s are 16, 2s are 34, and 34 3s are 33s are 90, 4 3s are 12, 102. So the LCM of these three numbers is this. Sorry, 96, not 102. Right? So by the same method, you can find HCF. By the same method, you can find LCM. LCM of these two number will be 12. Clear? So this is all about HCF, LCM. Let's discuss some questions now. Find the HCF, LCM of these two numbers and answer in the chat box. All right, let's try. So 18 and 24. First, let's find HCF. So either I can start with 2 if I'm not finding, but I can see these are simple numbers. So I can start with 6 as well. It's up to you. It's about ki you are getting it or not. So 6 threes are 18, 6 fours are 24. Now 3 and 4 are not divisible by a common number. That means my HCF is 6. Now LCM. 3 ones are 3, 4 as it is, 4 ones are 4. So LCM will be 6 into 3, 18 into 4, 72. Right? So by this method, in very less time, you can find the answers. I hope it is clear. Try this. So this is direct application of what we discussed abhi. So HCF into LCM is product. So product is given to me, HCF is given to me, LCM I have to find. So such questions are pretty easy. So whenever you come across HCF LCM question in exam, you should always look out for these questions first, because these are important as well and very easy. Any doubts? Let's move on to the next. So again, the same question. LCM into HCF is product. So HCF is given to us, LCM is given to us, first number is given to us, second number is given to us. Right? Pretty simple, straightforward. Now let's do some word problems. Try this. The question is asking what is the maximum length of the scale that can be used to measure all these four dimensions. So I gave you a similar example only. So you have to find the maximum length. So by the word maximum only, it is clear that it is a HCF question. So you simply have to find the HCF of these numbers. So amongst the option, I can see 7 cancels this, 7 cancels this, 7 cancels this, 7 cancels this. 441 obviously does not cancel any of them. So the HCF of all four is 7. So this is known as word problem where it is not mentioned whether it's HCF LCM. You have to figure out by the definition. And if you read the definition of HCF, that is what I made you write. Largest number which divides the given number. Divides means used to measure, right? Try this now. All right, I have given enough time. Let's start. So there are five bells that begin to toll together. They toll at intervals of 2, 3, 4, 6, and 10 seconds respectively. So it's similar to the traffic signal example that I gave you. So the first bell will ring at 2 seconds, then 4 seconds, then 6, and so on. Second, 3, 6, 9, and so on. So I can clearly see that's the case of multiples. So it's a case of LCM, right? So 2, 3, 4, 6, 10 ka LCM, let's find out. So 2 and 4 will be 4, 3 and 6 will be 6. Now out of 4, 6, 6 tens are 60, 60. 60 is divisible by this, 60 is divisible by this, 60 is divisible by this. So the LCM will be 60 seconds. Or I can say 1 minute, right? But now the question is not asking you LCM. You have to read the question properly. Question is saying how many times will they toll together in half an hour when they told, excluding the time when they told together at start. So I can see that in every 60 seconds, or I can say in every 1 minute, they are tolling together once, right? What does this 1 minute says? That it starts at 2 seconds, it 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 6 seconds, 10 seconds. The common time is 60 seconds. That is 1 minute. So after every 1 minute, all of them will be together. So I can say in every 1 minute, they are tolling together once. Question is asking in half an hour. Half an hour means 30 minutes. So in every 30 minutes, they will toll together 30 times. So it's a question of LCM only, but you have to like focus on the requirement of the question, no? Because that is because paper setter also know that people know ki if it is this kind of question, they will simply find HCF. If it is this kind of question, they will simply find LCM and mark 60. But you have to read the question properly that it is asking you LCM but has more requirement than that. I hope it is clear. So this was a pretty good question and a pretty common one as well. So you have to keep this in mind. Such questions are very prevalent in HCF LCM. So this is all about HCF LCM. Let's start with the next topic. Now this is linear equation in one variable. So see, they will never ask you a simple question on linear equation in one variable, because if they directly give you equation, so what does it mean? uh, Something like this. Now this is linear equation in one variable. So if they give you something like this, everyone can solve it, that x must be 3, right? So how will they make your job difficult? They will not give you an equation. They will give you a word problem, so that yahan tak bhi you have to reach yourself. Are you getting it? So generally they give you problem on ages. So age wale question are the most prevalent in this topic. So one question I will tell you how to solve and then you will do it. So the question says a father is 3 times as old as his son. So let's say son is X years. So father will be, according to question, 3x years. After 12 years. Now after 12 years, son will become X plus 12 and father will become 3x plus 12. Right? This is as per our understanding. Now, what the question has given the condition is after 12 years, what is actually happening? His age will be twice as that of the age of his son. So, father ki age, that means 3x plus 12. This is twice. This is double of the age of his son. So, we have reached the equation part. Right now, we just have to solve it. So, 2x plus 24 is 3x plus 12. So, x gives us 12 years. So question was asking sons and father's age both. So son's age is 12 years and father's age is 36 years. Right. So this is a pretty scoring topic. Many questions usually come in problem on ages. And basically this equation you have to form yourself. So the only point of thing is it's a very systematic topic. First step is what are their current status? Second step is what according to you will happen. So what I did, first I assumed certain values. Then according to me, after 12 years, this is plus 12, this is plus 12. Now according to the question given, according to the condition given, I framed one equation. So this will be the systematic process in every question. Assume some values, then think कि after 10 years है, before 10 years है, what is happening? Frame a equation, then see the condition and equate it. Right? So it will always be the same structure in ages question. Try to avoid two variables, though we can solve the question by using two variables as well, but that becomes a bit complicated. It takes more time. So as far as possible, take one variable only. Try this question now. All right, so let's start this. So there are three timelines in this question. First is 5 years ago. We have to find the present ages. And the question is also mentioning a scenario 10 years later. So the same logic will be following in each and every question as I told you. There are two people, so A and B, right? 5 years ago, A was 3 times as old as B. So if B was, let's say, B years of age, so A was 3B. Now, first step is done. We have assumed the values. Second step is to assume or to understand all the values as per what we think. So 3B was 5 years ago. So present may this person will become 3B plus 5 and this will become B plus 5. 10 years later, this will become 3B plus 15 and this will become B plus 15. Right. So all the things we have written or all the variables we have mentioned as per our understanding. Now, what is the condition? Condition is 10 years later, A shall be, this person shall be twice as old as B. We got the equation as well. So 3B minus 2B is B and 30 minus 15 is 15. So value of B is 15. Question is asking present age of A and B. So B is 15 plus 5, 20 years, and A is 15 3s are 45 plus 5, 50. So the present ages of A and B is 50 and 20 years. So that is how you will be like the best part about this topic is keep you focus on the particular system, the 3 steps, and irrespective of the level of the question, they can give 15 years earlier, 20 years later, they can do n number of things, but the method will always help you to reach the answer. Because see, once we get B value, I can find this as well. I can find present as well. I can find 10 years later, 70 years later, 30 years earlier, everything. Right. Let's do one more on this. Try this one. So let's try this. So difference in the age of two people is 20 years. So let's say younger one is X years, elder one is X plus 20. Or you can do it like this as well, that elder one is X years and younger one is X minus 20. It's the same thing. Ultimately, we have to keep the difference as 20. Now, 5 years ago, this will be X minus 5 and this will be X plus 20 minus 5. That means X plus 15. Now, what is the condition? The elder one of the two, that means this person was 5 times as old as the younger. Same thing. So 5x minus x, 4x, and 15 plus 25, 40. So x is 10. Question is asking me the present age. So present age is 10 years and 30 years. I hope it is clear. Anyone has any doubt? Let me know. All right, try this. Okay, let's start. So Gargi and Sheetal each have certain number of oranges with them. Gargi says to Sheetal, if you give me 10 of your oranges, I'll have twice the number of oranges left with you. And Sheetal responds, if you give me 10, I'll have the same number. So now two people are doing parallelly, so it's better if you have two variables in this case, right? So let's say Gargi has G number of oranges and Sheetal has S number of oranges. So Sheetal says, if you give me 10, so if Gargi gives 10, Sheetal will gain 10. I'll have the same number of oranges left. So the approach is same, just like ages. I'll have the same number. So from this, I can find the value of G. Minus 10 will come here. So this is my first equation. Now, Gargi says if you give me 10, so that means I'll have twice the number of oranges left with you. This must be minus. Just a second. If you give me 10, I'll have twice the number. So this must be twice of this. So now we can substitute the value of G from here to here. So this will become S plus 20 plus 10 is equal to 2S minus 20. So this gives me S equal to 50. So Sheetal has 50 oranges and G has 50 plus 20, 70 oranges. I hope it is clear to everyone. You can note this down. Right. Let's move on to the next topic, data interpretation. So basically one I'll be telling you. So then next you will do. So given below is a double bar graph depicting the total sale of companies ABC for the last 5 years. So company A is in pink color, company B is in your red or orange, company C is in yellow color. It's 5 years data and all the sales are in crores. So as you can see that sale of A in 2017 to 18 is 35 crores. Sale of A in 2018 to 19 is 24 crores. 2019 say 20 I can see that is 30 crores, 32 crores, sorry. This is 40 crores. This is 42 crores. You can see for B and C as well. Right? Now let's focus on the questions. So the first question asks me for which of the following years, following means all five, the percentage rise or fall in sales from the previous year is maximum for company A. Okay, this is interesting. You have already done percentages. So I'm giving you a couple of minutes. Just try. For which year the percentage rise or fall will be maximum for company A. I have written the data of company A for every year. Giving you a couple of minutes. Try this. All right, so let's try. So for which of the following years the percentage rise or fall in sales is highest? So basically you have to tell, you don't have to tell separately that percentage rise is highest in this and percentage fall is highest in that. Not like that. It means whichever value is higher in magnitude, whether it's rise or fall, you have to tell that year. Anyways, first, before finding the percentage, let's find the absolute maximum किसमें है. So 35 से 24, that is 11. Now this is 8, this is 8, and this is 2. So if I talk about absolute maximum, that is in 2018 to 19, but the question is asking percentage, so it might differ as well. Now percentage means 11 is the change on which base? So 11 is the change on the base of 35. 8 is the change in this case on the base of 24. 8 is the change again on the base of 32, and 2 is the base on 40. So I can clearly see that this value is the minimum. So this cannot be the answer. Now, between 8 by 24 and 8 by 32, the numerator is same, 24. What is the logic? Ki whichever denominator is smaller, that value will be bigger. So between 8 by 24 and 8 by 32, 8 by 24 is bigger. So this cannot be the answer. Now, 8 by 24 is 1 by 3, and 1 by 3 can be written as 11 by 33, right? So 8 by 24 is nothing but 11 by 33, and the first value is 11 by 35. Now, which is bigger? Numerator is same, 33 is smaller. So overall, which is the maximum value? 11 by 33. That means 8 by 24. So the highest percentage rise is 8 by 24, which is coming in this year. So the answer is 2019 to 20. Right. So basically, DI checks your percentage, ratio, average. Understanding of these three topics majorly, and profit and loss as well a bit, that we will see in the further questions. So if your these three topics are perfect in this order only, percentage most important, then ratio, then average, then your DI is fine. And if any of these topic is weak, then you people will find an issue in DI. So if I remove the word percentage, the answer would be 2018 to 90. But if they ask percentage, the answer is 2092. If they ask you which year has the minimum, then the answer would have been 21 to 22. Right? Try this one. Which company has the highest average yearly sales? So this one is a setter. So most of your competition, how they will do this question. First, they will find the value of each, then they will divide by 5, then they will find the average. But the question is not asking which company has how much average. A question is asking highest average. So that though I can find just by looking at the graph. So I can see in every case A's tower is the highest, right? So that will be A. So you just have not to be very calculative in every case. You just have to look at the requirement because most of the competition will become calculative in this question. Right now, let's do another one that you people will do completely. Try this question, answer all three questions in a single message, giving you 3-4 minutes. All right, let's try. So first question says, what is the respective ratio between the total production of all three crops in 2017 to 18 and 21 to 22? So let's add all three, 100, 300, 12, 15. 315 upon 21 say 22. That is 305. So 63 is to 61. Second, production of crop B in 2020 to 21, that is 99, is what percentage of total production of all three crops in the same year? So 100, 200, 214, 314, and 320. So approximately we have to tell. So 33, 3s are 90, 96 plus 1%. So approximately 31%. So without calculator, obviously we have to find approximately only. And which of the crop has the highest yearly? So it's the same question. So देखो 9 B तो minimum है that I can see because it has the smallest star. A and C में से either you can add A then add C and compare, or you can compare like this only. जैसे यहाँ पर 14 more, then 7 more, 21, then same, then 13 less, then 11 less, then more. So which has the highest? A. So this was a pretty good question. It checked you on your percentage, it checked you on your average, it checked you on your ratio. So that is what I told you, that percentage, ratio, and average should be strong, and you are good to go with DI. So DI is extremely important. It won't be an exaggeration if I say it is the most important section, because if it comes under section, and even if 2 DI comes, so 2 DI means 5 to 6 questions. So you have an advantage or a disadvantage of 6 questions. So that is a huge weightage. No other topic can have this much weightage if it comes, right? Let's start with the last topic of today's session. That is computation of fractions. This is also just like linear equation. So exactly like linear equation. So there is no concept. So directly try this question. All right, let's try. So question is saying that 2/5 of the total number of students at a school come by car. So let's say total number of students are X. So 2/5 come by car and 1/4 come by bus. So X may say 2/5 and 1/4 are taken care of. So how many are left? 20x minus 8x minus 5x, that is 7x by 20. Now all the other students means these 7x by 20 walk to the school, of which 1/3 walk on their own. So 1/3 of 7x by 20 walk on their own, and its value is given as 224. X की value we have to find. 7 3s are 21, 7 2s are 14. So 32 3s are 60, 96 and 2s are. So 3 2s are 6, 32 into 6, 1920. So how many students study in that school? That is 1920. So it's just like linear equation. Only why I have kept this topic separately is because in linear equation there was no fraction as such. Here the linear equation mein there are few fractions. That is why the topic is same. I hope it is clear. Any doubts? Let's do a couple of more questions on this. Try this one. This is an easier version. So a mother and her two daughters got a room constructed for rupees 60,000. The elder daughter contributes 3/8 and younger daughter contributes half. So how much do the three contribute individually? So let's say mother contributes M, elder daughter contributed 3/8 of M, and younger daughter contribute half of M. And the entire sum should be 60,000. So pretty simple. LCM is 8. That is 60K. So 15M upon 8 is 60K. So M comes out to be 32K. So mother has the contribution of 32,000. Younger daughter has a contribution of 16,000. And 3 upon 8 4 is a 32. 4 3 is a 12. And this person, elder daughter, has a contribution of 12,000. So a sitter, very easy. Okay, let's do the last question of today's session. Try this. This is 1 2 by 3 mixed fraction. All right, let's try. So there are three people who receive total of this. Seema is dependent on Huma and Habna is dependent on Seema. So let's say Huma gets X rupees. So Seema gets X by 2, half of what Huma gets, and Habna gets 1, 2 by 3. That is 5 by 3. 5 by 3 of Seema's share. That is X by 2. So 5x by 6. And total amount is 2016. So same question, x plus x by 2 plus 5x by 6 is 2016. LCM is 6, 6x plus 3x, 9x plus 5x, 14x, 61, 56. X comes out to be 864. So Huma's share is 864, Seema's share is 432, and Habna's share will be 7. Right. So this is all about your quant section. We have completed it. We'll meet again in 1 hour and start with the fourth session. Thank you, everyone.